Texas Longhorns. And the Longhorns will kick it off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So South Carolina's offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. And the Gamecocks in the hurry-up. Guys, for just a little bit, let's talk about South Carolina. They were really excited about the verbal commitment from a three-star quarterback. They really need to get good talent like that, guys who can develop and potentially become stars.
Well, this is a program that's not used to having this talented of a quarterback coming out of high school. Oftentimes, this program has had to develop guys so that they're ready by their junior or senior year to have success. This guy changes that dynamic a little bit, though, and because of it, you can see fans are so excited about the future.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Under fire. Pressure's there and he lets it go. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Well, this quarterback's already taken a couple shots from the pocket, and there's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
To the air on second down. Finds his tight end. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4. The Gamecocks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Gonna look downfield again. Right on the money. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Takes the handoff. It's Laporta. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. Here comes the heat. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And it's good from 58 yards out. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Texas's offense will go to work for the first time. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this cornerback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed. He's got game-breaking ability. Catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. Two NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
Let's take just a moment here and talk a little about Texas. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, you've been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. You want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist.
You just got to keep doing what you're doing, right? It's been working to get to this point, to get that number beside your name, to get everybody's attention. Now's not the time to freeze up and start getting nervous because you've got the spotlight on you. You've got to keep playing the game the way you've been doing it the first half of the season.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. He's got him still on his feet. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Goes to the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Running game got stuffed on first down, still from their own 25 on 2nd and 10. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve his field position.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it and you can hear it, and sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time he used the lob wedge and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. They couldn't do it on that last play.
Finds a crease at the 20. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking for a big play. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. 2nd down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Red pass, it's complete.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block the run. As they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. The Gamecocks will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Quickly out to the tight end.
I tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Longhorns line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds us back in the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. So first down here as they go back to work. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes 2nd down. Looking to fire. Wide open downfield. Just plowing ahead. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now 1st and goal. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. He just makes it look so easy. Impressive run.
So impressive. Time and time again, he can buy time, make you look silly, and the defense is just kind of like, wait a minute, you got him? I got him? No? Well, nobody's got him.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. And the Gamecocks are in the hurry-up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that, you got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Here's a heat. Fires on the move. Soft spot in the middle. On the move at the 30. Lots of running room. Smashes through the tackle. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. Wants to go up top. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
They had a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Texas offense. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. He's now up to 52 yards on the ground, and that magical 1,000-yard mark is oh so close. Fires left. Pulls it in. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Marked it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Unloads to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Going to try to get it himself. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a 1st down.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
Back to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man to the left. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
And you gotta love the creativity with the tight ends nowadays. They can do so many different things. Does a good job. He slips behind the defense. Defense doesn't know where he went. And what does he do? He gets in for 6.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. The Gamecocks racing to the line in a hurry-up. Off play action. Firing to the right, complete. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4. And the Gamecocks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Looking left. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, the defense is waking up now, right? The first drive, they allowed a touchdown. They were a bit scrambled. They kind of all got together, rallied on the sideline. They've been pretty lights out since. Forced a punt on the last possession. They've now got the offense set up in 4th down again. Great job there. Pass defense, 3rd down. This defense now starting to put it together.
Touchdown, Texas! Special teams coming through, the 3rd aspect of the game, delivering big time. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And, Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Motion from the wide receiver. Used the play fake, now to throw. Got his man downfield. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground.
Breaks into the open. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Quick completion to the right. At the 20, he's got space. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, South Carolina. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
Out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll leave it with him. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. He'll take a deep shot here. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical. And
oh, they faked it. Snapped it to the up man. And the incompletion is an open invitation to the special teams unit to come onto the field. The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got his man. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I love quarterbacks that are decisive and that put the mustard on the passes. When you need to put the ball on a line.
Going downfield for the big play. Catch and stride inside the 15. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Gamecocks now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Pressure coming. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
You got to love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now, and you're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play. They hit the quarterback on this last one. Now 3rd down, you know they're going to be pinning their ears back.
Using the quick game. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Trying to keep this drive alive. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Gamecocks kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. To the ground. He's got it again. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Looking downfield very late in the half. He's got it. He'll be run out of bounds right at the 25. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. And for the 2nd time, they'll go for the field goal. The first one was good, and they'll try from 42. Never a doubt. Right down the middle.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. He'll try the left side. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. He'll bring it out. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. They'll open the second half with a run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Going to swing it on second down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got it all right. Hits the crease. Touchdown, Texas. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Looking to throw on first down. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him.
And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. The Gamecocks will punt it away on fourth down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes the catch at the midfield logo. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Touchdown, Longhorns! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Here comes the offense onto the field again. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Working that left side now. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll go to the ground. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. The RPO, it's complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Gamecocks are marching down the field. He wants to throw it again. Rush is on him. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. And the Gamecocks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Finds the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
Third and long equals pass almost every single time. Pin your ears back, go get the quarterback. Great job by the defense understanding the situation. Everybody flying upfield, putting pressure. Know the quarterback's going to hold it. Get to him, strip, sack, you get the rock.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
A strike downfield. Touchdown, Texas! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious.
There he goes. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Gamecocks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go right back to the run. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing.
Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. He's got it. Makes a move. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. They had hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
How about the day for this young fella? That's a 4-game stretch. Nope, 4 touchdowns in 1 game. He has been the focal point of this offense, and he has not disappointed.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Fires to the big fella. Still running at the 40. Oh, and the ball's out after that big play. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Going to the running game. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We've talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
And the heat was all over him, and that's the way the 3rd quarter will wrap up with a big sack. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. The Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving. Turning it on! Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He's got an open man. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
The Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Buys a little extra time. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture.
Makes the catch. Converts on 4th down. He's still on his feet. Touchdown, Texas! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Looking to throw, it's Wolf. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And how about the hat trick? Like adding insult to injury. You got him in passing situation. You know what's coming. All I'm doing right now is trying to pad my stats and get those set.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one.
Woo. Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up. You're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And this is exactly the situation you want to get in as a defense. You got the lead late in the football game. You know they got to throw.
He's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns! That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Took a shot as he threw. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great, and they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Hit as he throws. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49. Quick handoff. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He breaks a tackle. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on 3rd down. On the ground, it's Rowe. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. And the Gamecocks send out the punt unit.
Number 19, on to take it away.
Takes it on the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Last completion moves the sticks in, and let's see if they try it again. Looking for a deep man. Makes a grab at the 25, and there's room. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. Quick completion on the out. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And the Longhorns can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Trying play action. Lets it go to the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Last drive was a quick 3 and out, and now time is even more of a factor to get something going. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. To the air, it's Wolf. Grabbed over the middle, it's Roll. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Makes the catch. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here's the pressure, and the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. This offense has it with really good field position. Looking to throw on 1st down. How about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week.
Looking for the end zone. Almost had the completion. Just missed it. The Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Got a man in the middle. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on the defense, declined, and the touchdown stands. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. They weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players.